Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going through an Atlantis event guide in DC Dark Legion. I'm sure you're already used to it. Every time this event shows up, I show up too. I've spent quite a lot of time playing through and analyzing the entire event system, and today I'll share the strategy that I think is the most optimal. Without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into it. First, I want to talk about the Tides and Treasures section. This is foundation that helps you earn free gifts. Getting these gift items is pretty simple. You just need to complete your daily missions, participate in crisis response, clear the anti-crime network, and most importantly, start coordinated assault to fight the Dark Legion. Every time you win a coordinated assault, you'll receive one gift item, and this is a resource you should make sure to collect consistently every day. Once you have gifts, send them to your friends or league members. This not only rewards both the sender and the receiver, but also increases the friendship points between both players, and those gifts always have a chance to contain special items from the current event. But here's something I think a lot of people will overlook if they don't pay close attention. This system has a limit of 200 sent gifts and 200 received gifts, and those two limits are counted separately. Once you go over 200, the reward quality will be reduced. So my advice here is to regularly check your in-game friends list. If you have friends who have been inactive for a long time, especially while the event is running, you should consider replacing them with more active players to make sure you always reach the full 200 high-quality interactions instead of wasting those dead friend slots. Next, let's move on to Ocean's Offering, one of the two main parts of this Atlantis event. It lasts for 14 days, and all event items will be removed once the event ends, so you need to have a clear spending plan instead of leaving resources unused. The mechanic here revolves submitting ancient pearls to unlock milestone rewards, ranging from 120 all the way up to 3,000. The higher the milestone, the better the rewards. For example, at 200 you'll receive a box item, at 300 you'll receive a card item, and at the final 3,000 milestone, you'll get as many as 30 orb items. Plus, you also get title blades. What I really like about this mechanic is that submitting ancient pearls isn't only for claiming milestone rewards, it also upgrades the Ocean Resonance skill. I think this skill is extremely important because when activated, it randomly opens one shell tile, plus the 4 adjacent tiles above, below, left, and right. In other words, one use of this skill is equivalent to opening 5 tiles at the same time, allowing you to save a significant number of title blades compared to opening each tile manually. However, this skill has a daily usage limit, so you should prioritize investing ancient pearls into upgrading it as early as possible. The higher the upgrade level, the more daily uses you get, and that's the key to progressing much faster through the main game mode that I'm about to talk about next. The main mode of this entire event is Lost Relics of Atlantis. This is where you'll actually spend your title blades and earn the biggest rewards. The mechanic here is divided into 2 types of stages that repeat infinitely. The first type is shell levels, where you spend title blades to open shells one by one. Every shell contains a reward, and each one has a certain chance of containing the grand prize. The interesting part is that if you're lucky enough to hit the grand prize, the system will automatically collect every remaining unopened reward on that stage for you, instantly completing the stage and moving you on to the next one without having to manually open every remaining shell. I think this is a very player-friendly mechanic because it greatly reduces the amount of grinding if luck is on your side. As for the grand prize rate, Stage 1 and Stage 2 have a very high rate of 29.08%, meaning you'll almost certainly hit it after only a few shell openings, allowing you to clear the first 2 stages very quickly and easily. Once you reach Stage 3 and Stage 4, the rate drops to 13.01%. That's still pretty decent, but you'll need to spend a few more title blades. However, starting from Stage 5 onward, the rate drops sharply to only 4.55%. This is where the real long-term grind begins, and you'll need to save up a considerable amount of title blades if you want to keep pushing into the higher stages. Besides the shell levels, every 5 stages you'll unlock a spin level. This is a completely free spin stage where every reward on the wheel has the exact same drop rate. And besides the random reward, you'll also receive additional title blades to continue your journey. In my opinion, the best strategy is to push through the first 2 shell levels as quickly as possible while the grand prize rates are high, then save your extra title blades for the more difficult stages later on, because the further you progress, the more expensive each stage becomes. But the rewards also become more valuable. So, where do you get more title blades besides the spin levels? That's where the Atlantis Adventure Pass comes in. The way this pass works is simple. Complete daily missions to earn points, accumulate enough points to reach milestones, and you'll receive free title blades regularly. If you're a spending player, buying the pass will give you significantly more title blades, along with gems that can be used for many other purposes in the game. But if you're playing as an F2P player and don't want to spend gems buying title blades from the shop, I recommend one small trick. Always keep around 3 title blades in reserve instead of spending all of them. Save them for the resource consumption mission during the final days of the event. That way, you'll earn a little extra reward from that mission without finding yourself short on resources near the end. Finally, I want to take a closer look at the treasure store because this is where you'll determine whether you're spending your resources efficiently or not. First, let's talk about using gems to buy extra title blades from the store. The cost is 600 gems per day, and in return, you'll have more opportunities to open shells and farm tickets. This is a risky investment because gems are already a very limited resource in this game, and there are so many things that require gems. So, if you're an F2P player, I think you should think carefully before doing it. Only spend enough to reach important milestones such as the anvil rewards, then stop. Don't burn your gems recklessly. As for spending tickets, your strategy will depend on your stage of progression. If you're a new player, I recommend prioritizing anvils and shards because these are 2 extremely important resources for developing your main team during the early game. But if you're a veteran player who already has a strong, stable team, then you should shift your focus toward buying magic eyes to develop more legacy. Because in reality, most players only invest heavily into one main team, since building multiple teams at the same time is simply too expensive. If you still have tickets left after that, you can spend them on Quantum to upgrade your vehicle and further increase your overall power. And if you don't want to buy anything else, you can simply keep your remaining tickets because when the event ends, any leftover tickets will be converted back into gems. If I remember correctly, the conversion rate is around 1 ticket for 10 gems. However, I'm not completely certain about that number, so if any of you have already experienced this event and remember the exact conversion rate, leave a comment below so we can confirm it together. To sum it up, the optimal route that I recommend for this Atlantis event is review and optimize your friends list so you don't waste gift interactions. Invest your ancient pearls into upgrading ocean resonance as early as possible to save title blades. Take advantage of the high grand prize rates in the first 2 shell levels to build momentum, keep a few title blades for the final event mission, and spend your tickets according to your team's current stage of progression. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to hit like and subscribe to the channel to give me more motivation to create even more high-quality content. And don't forget to leave a comment sharing your own strategy. I'll see you all in the next video.